So yeah, it seems odd. I'm not overjoyed with SUVs, but I love a pickup. That's just my way. I think some pickups do look very stylish. Dodge Rams, some of them's nice. I'll tell you what I think it is.
Well,
The engine.
proper petrol head's coming out now.
Yes, it is. It's creeping out now because it's about the power it's got and the noise it makes. You know when let's say a Dodge Ram's driving past because of its engine.
Here's a question. Excuse me. What's going to happen in the future when engines become a lot smaller?
Oh, I don't think we'll have pickups like that. I think if they're making anything like that with any sort of weaker engines and smaller engines and just don't burble and grunt and all that, I don't think it'll fit. It'd be like wearing an Armani suit and then wearing some tennis shoes or something like that when you're not finishing it off with some nice rubber shoes. Yeah, it just won't seem right. I don't think you should kill engines off and stuff like that. It's not all just cars and stuff that cause emissions.
No, it isn't. In fact, I was actually looking at this a couple of days ago because you can we've got to provide our emissions outputs for the basically because of global climate change. We all effectively have a carbon tariff, and we have to publish our global emissions. And when it was reading, well, it was actually seeing a film about the Australian one, where all the cars in the country were generating just 14% of the carbon output.
Right.
So I had a look for this country, and we're around about 20% of cars.
That's it.
So it's 20% of our greenhouse gases are from cars. Now, the rest of it being things like heavy industry, concrete baking, for example, just mixing concrete just releases carbon dioxide.
You don't think that, wouldn't you?
So manufacturing of concrete for buildings and things like that, creation of steel beams, in fact manufacturing cars as well, creates an awful lot of carbon dioxide.
This is before they're even on the roads doing anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not quite as simple. So let's look at it very carefully. So let's say, for example, that we got rid of every single car on the road that's currently using petrol or diesel or LPG or any kind of fuel like that, and we replace them all, every single one of them, with electric. Would that get rid of the 20%?
You know, everyone would probably straight away would jump in and probably say, well, yes, of course it would, because no emissions, but I don't think it would.
It wouldn't, because it would disappear. It would get rid of it all from that area.
Yeah.
But you've still got the problem of charging, and then manufacturing of charging stations.
Yeah.
So let's face it, solar panels are very polluting to create. So you've got your charging stations, you've got stuff like that, and what would then happen is you would effectively you would reduce all the carbon output from engines, no problem. But with our current mix of gas power stations and things like that, we would not actually get rid of all the carbon. We would just move it to another place. We would still have around about between a half and 2/3 moved into another bucket.
That's a bit like just sweeping it under the carpet, isn't it?
Yeah. So if we got rid of every single car, it's not going to make that much difference.
No, it's... and a lot of people just straight away say,
but
you've achieved it.
Here's the other problem. That's just in terms of generation, not building. Because when you take into account creating lightweight materials like carbon fibre is twice as polluting to create as steel. So you're creating all these lightweight materials, and of course the batteries, and transporting the batteries. You're actually pretty much, the reduction is probably 6%.
6.
Of that 20%, not 6% overall. 6% of that 20%. So it's not quite as good as it could be at the moment.
No, we're far off, aren't we, really?
All we're doing is shifting the problem from one bucket to another at the moment. And as we've seen with the Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal, increasing and putting tighter rules on emissions doesn't actually help, because now we've got manufacturers who, rather than sticking with the proposal generally, will do the very minimum. They will stick with the spirit of the proposals, but not the absolute proposals. They'll do enough to get on the road, because it's currently not possible to make it much better